Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers. In today's video, I'm just going to go over with you guys the Suburban we got here, which I mentioned in earlier video I made, and also about the Craftsman right there. So stay tuned. Like I said in the beginning of today's video, we're going to be talking about the Craftsman and the Suburban. But before we get to the Suburban, I want to talk to you guys about this Craftsman. My plan was actually to make a video about it today to get it running and driving and replace the gaskets. But as I was making the video of replacing the gaskets, I realized this thing is out of gas. So I don't have any gasoline around me right now, but later this week I got to run over and get some gas. So this will be on the channel running and driving, hopefully a lot better, because the gaskets, when you blow a carb gasket, it starts to run like a surging. It turns on and off. It surges quite a lot. It's not healthy. So hopefully this is fixed. But when I get gas, I'll make a video on that. And then just lightly touching up on the Husqvarna, I have almost all my parts. I don't want to make a video of me putting in one part each video at a time, because then that's just a waste of like 5 minutes. It'll only take 5 minutes to just do one thing. You know, I want to save all the parts together for the Husqvarna, get it running and driving. So like, not get it running better, then drive it in one video, you know, just so we're not killing time. But all that just to say, I got most of the parts for the Husqvarna, including fuel filter, lights. I bought the air filter and the belt. That's coming in next week. It was supposed to come in today, but delayed shipping from Tractor Supply. It's been really tough working with those guys, but they're the only ones that's close by me that can get me a belt sooner than eBay or Amazon. So next week we're looking at the Husqvarna running, this guy running, and Chuck, I had to push him back. Sadly, just stuff was not working out. The price of the what was it? It needed a, so Chuck has a 94-inch belt, and because I upgraded the pulley, it needs a larger belt than 94, and I accidentally bought a 95, which is 1 inch off last year, and the price of the 96-inch belt, which I really need, went up. It went up from like 30 bucks to 40 bucks, and it's gonna take me 40 bucks just to get the Husqvarna going. So I voted get the Husqvarna going first, then later on in the year get the Craftsman going. And being that Christmas is coming up soon, you know, money's getting pretty thin. So all that just to say, the Craftsman and Krusty, they're on pause just for a little bit. They're not out of the picture. It's just I can't do much with them right now. So anything that I said about any videos coming out soon, that's sadly not going to happen unless I stumble upon some money and get those two readied up and squared away. But like I said, we will be getting the Husqvarna going, the Craftsman, and the Simplicity already runs. I think all it needs is just a tank of gas, and that's it. So we got 3 mowers for what could possibly be an ice race this year, which is good enough. You know, I'd really like to get the 6, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I really wanted the Kubota going this year, making it 6, but the engine, that thing is just not, it's just not happening. So so far we got 3. Just want to let you guys know about that. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging. You know, I always like to let you guys know ahead of time what's coming up, just so you're not giving your hopes up on anything. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, gaskets, they're already installed on this thing. I just don't have gas, you know, to get this thing going. So there will be another video on this, as well as a part 2 on the Husqvarna very soon. Like I'm talking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that kind of spot. We'll see a part 2 if the weather's cooperative. I know Sunday, tomorrow, we're gonna get smacked with a bunch of snowstorms. So I already got the salt spreader, the trailer, the plow, everything's all set for the Vanguard and this guy. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for that end. So the Suburban, why are we talking about a Suburban? I bought the Suburban for the YouTube channel. So I was thinking that while I was waiting for parts on things such as the Craftsman, Krusty, Chuck, and the Husqvarna, why not make a few videos of off-roading on this? Now, we're not going to be doing aggressive off-roading, not rock climbing, just through some nice trails we have around the area. Now, let me tell you something about this. We call it the War Wagon. I like to call her Charlotte, just because, I don't know, it's just something about it that just gives me that name. But Charlotte is a 1984 GMC Sierra Classic Suburban 1500. What's really awesome about this rig is just the coloring. Straight off the bat, we have a nice, like a cream colored with a dark brown and these like, some say orange. I like to say light brown. That just runs these stripes all the way to the back quarter panel. And up here, really cool stuff. And I'll give you guys a quick little run around here. I'll even crank it over for you. We're rocking the classic mud terrains here. This is all stock. This is the way I bought it. And I'll tell you the funny story about this thing in the way I bought it, which is pretty funny. But the frame is immaculate. I mean, it is solid. It is just beautiful all the way in and out. For some people, you're probably thinking, oh, it's pretty rusty. But when you get under it and you really look at the frame, it's solid all the way through. I mean, really good condition. But what's not happening in our favor is the body damage. So already we have to deal with 2 new fenders up in the front. I'll show you exactly why. Shocks all the way around. Definitely need some body work on the rear quarter. Inner and outer rockers for driver side, rear, passenger rear. Luckily, the front end here, I know it's a little messy. This is just the way I bought it. The front end here, it's all solid. I tore the carpet off even on that end over there. Everything's solid. So all we have to do is just the inner and outer rockers, driver and passenger rear as well. We also have to hit up LMC Trucks, get some body panels for a rear quarter and this little patch panel right here, that little arch. Let's see, gotta fix this up right here. This isn't crucial, but you know, I kind of want to do a full restoration on this thing. Tailgate, I mean, heavy restoration here. We definitely got to get some panels for that. Fix the window regulator because as you can see, it's not really up to par. Tail lights, everything works good. I'm gonna have to get new ones because these ones are cracked, but that's just aesthetics. Like I also said, rear quarter on this side, pretty much what the driver side needs is exactly what the passenger needs. It just hasn't shown itself yet. So we got rear quarter, we got arch. I don't know the real name for that. I forgot. Call it an arch. Inner and outer rockers, like I said before. Glass on this one. Like I said, that's just aesthetics. And then this one's got the same problem the window in the back has, where the window regulator's broken and it's seized, so the window won't pull up. I gotta fix that today as well. But as for the interior, I mean, not bad. The roof is really immaculate, like brand new, really clean. But you know, it's gonna take a lot of work. We gotta get some upholstery work done, body work done, mechanical. I mean, she only has first gear. She still rolls though. Only has first gear. And that's pretty much it. Sticky throttle, great brakes, 4-wheel drive works amazing. No climate control at all. Horn works. Mirrors are there. But she's a doll, you know. Not every truck's perfect. I got this, so the story behind this is my brother bought this off of a guy for $1,500. Okay, $1,500. At least that's what he had it listed for until I think he got him to drop down to like 1,000, 1,200. So we'll call it 1,200 just to be safe. Bought it for 1,200, and then sold it because of all the body work. You know, he wanted to have it for a little bit. We used it for a year, and then he wanted to sell it. Had it for sale on Facebook for $1,200, same price he got it from. And then I bought it off of him, thinking, oh, you know what, I can use this. So I bought it off of him for $600. just to find out, you know, now that I'm looking at this thing, the amount of body work it needs, I just don't have the wallet for this. So I sold it back to him for $600. Then he went to go sell it again on Facebook Marketplace for $1,200. I felt bad. So I bought it again for $600 and now it's mine again. So I do plan to keep this rig. I've made up my mind. We're gonna get the first thing we're doing next year is a crap ton of videos with this thing on my channel. We're gonna get upholstery work done. Engine's gonna get tuned, and I gotta tell you about that in a minute. New transmission, new driveline, because it really needs it. Body work is just immediate, and then we start heading into the small stuff like window regulators, interior, dashboard, windows, all that different stuff. I really want to take care of the mechanical stuff in the body work first, because that's priority. That's what makes it run, look, and drive good. Whereas the interior, seats, all that stuff, that's just aesthetics. You don't need that to get the, I mean, I could stand in the thing without any seats and it'll still run and drive. So all that just to say, got to get the important stuff first, work on the other stuff later. This motor, I know some of you guys are begging to see what we got for a motor in here. This was a 350 small block Chev. This was a 350 small block Chev that got rebuilt. So this motor is the stock motor, but it's not like it's been rebuilt. You name it, it's been done. And because it's been rebuilt, the guy who owned it added a little bit of salt and pepper. So this isn't a 350. Theoretically, from what he told us, I never did pull off the heads to see, but he made it from a 350 and bored it out to a 383. And it sure as hell sounds like it, because when you smack first gear in this thing and you step on it, you know, you feel that power. But because it's only got first gear, you know, you really don't get to enjoy the whole thing. I think this has a 350 Windsor transmission. I don't know. No, I don't know. I suck at the transmission world. I don't know a damn thing about him. If you hear me talk about him, yeah, watch my mouth, because I probably just named a motor by mistake. But anyways, this is its 5th transmission. And I'll show you why it needs new fenders right there. Look at that. That hole. The battery tray, back in the day, your battery tray would be held by the fender. So you'd have the fender here with a metal bar. You can see it right there, the metal bar that holds a plate. Or in this case, the guy must have broken it, so he replaced it with a piece of plywood, and that would hold your battery. This thing is really rotted, so it's just barely hanging in there. I could even show you up here. It's just gone. That's just new fender. Not even gonna deal with patch paneling that. Not even worth it. So new fender on the sides. Definitely. It's kind of a must-have here. Gotta fix the valve cover oil leak, because it is just dripping on the manifold and it is just causing hell. Smokes up all the time when it's cold, and then as it warms up and burns that oil, it doesn't smoke up as much. The grill is amazing. Chrome bumper. I mean, in the grill, you know, pretty nice. Needs a power wash, that's for sure. Classic halogens. I already know some people are going to comment, switch it to LEDs, and I'm just going to tell you, stop you right there. I'm not doing that. I personally like my classic trucks classic. I love I have so many of these halogens. I mean, holy moly, I could show you in my US General if you haven't seen already. I love that halogen look. I mean, I love the high beams, the low beams, just the way it's classic is amazing. Even the turn signals, how they're hidden in the grill right there. I love it. So this thing's not getting LED swapped. There's nothing fancy. Take this thing and make it brand new. That's all I'm doing with it. I might add some small stuff like, you know, maybe a new radio, new antenna, you know, different stuff like that. But that's really after we get this thing fixed to its full potential. So that's pretty much it, guys. 84 square body, beautiful truck. I can't say the body's beautiful because the body really isn't that beautiful, but the frame's immaculate. And as long as you have a good frame with a savable body, or better yet, a good body, you got yourself a good truck. I mean, this frame is solid. The body isn't all the way gone. There's just some small stuff like the fenders, rear quarter panel, inner and outer rockers, and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to do with this truck exactly like I do with all my other trucks, which is drive it in the summer, put it away in the winter. So with things like the green Suburban and the 2500, you know, we like to put that stuff away for the winter. We might haul the 2500 out here and there because, you know, it's kind of our daily. But we like to keep some of the nice rigs around here nice. So this is definitely going to be one of those nice rigs that we just keep nice and solid. And yeah, without further ado, let's crank her over. Yeah, you can actually see how it's rubbing up against the fender right as I pull it out. Right there. See that? So she definitely needs work. This one's actually worse than what I showed you. Instead of the rot being up here, which there is rot up there, it's all along the side here. So when I go to open the door, the hole, I mean, it's just rotten. So I wouldn't be surprised if this freaking fender fell off of me on the road. But yeah, like I said, some upholstery, some assembly required, I guess you could say. Upholstery work is a must-have. I mean, this is just not happening. LMC Trucks is where I'm buying all my stuff. They got a lot of stuff. If you guys know any classic car companies that are affordable and they have a bunch of stuff like upholstery and stuff, hit me up, let me know. I'm always happy to hear. I just know of LMC Trucks because we buy them pretty much all the time for our Suburbans. They you know, for like, I think $200 for this GMC. I might be wrong. Might be more like 300. You can get a whole upholstery kit. Not the chairs, but bottom carpet, rear carpet, and then you get the whole top carpet as well, as long as the dash. But yeah, so let me know if you guys know of anything, any companies that are a little more affordable and all that. So we're gonna hop in her. Ay. Push the brake in. Ignition. Nice and smooth. She starts right on a dime. Just such a unit, you know. Oh yeah, getting in this thing is tricky. Sounds nasty, you know. Really nice sound. I love that sound. But yeah, like I said, definitely needs work. I think the only gauge in here that works is the battery and the fuel. And the way the fuel is kind of weird. If you want to get a good reading, you got to pull it back, let it float, and she'll give you a good reading. So it looks like we have, see how before it was right there by that marker? It's slowly climbing. There we go. And that just kind of tells you the fuel. I think the blinkers work. I think the windshield wipers work. They do work. They're garbage, but damn it, you gotta get it just right. There we go. And then of course you got your radio that doesn't work, climate control which doesn't work, rear window which only goes up, and then locks which don't work. All these window switches which don't work. Fake wooden upholstery, which does look pretty cool. That's pretty much it, guys. The steering in this thing is a bad thing. There's no power steering. The rack is actually loose in the body. My bad, just clicked the horn there. it's actually loose in the body, the steering rack, and I can actually show you. Shut this puppy off. So there's the power steering rack right there, and you can see it's not in really good condition. I mean, it's not good. When I go to turn it, the whole assembly moves, so we're just getting new everything. I don't know what we're running for differential, but I know it's posi up front and rear. The rear comes stock posi, nothing you can do about it, but the fronts you can make it posi or unposi with these differential caps. It's pretty cool. And it really helps when you got it going 4 or 4 low. And yeah, I might do some videos of this thing drifting in the winter. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to beat on this thing. I really just want to save it, get the body work done. I'm going to baby this thing to the moon when it's fully restored. I might hit up some small trails, but I don't want to do burnouts in it. No donuts, just drive it, and just, she was only meant for a work truck and an off-road rig, and that's exactly what she's going to be. I'm thinking when it's done, I'm going to have a US General toolbox bolted into the back and then have some tools in the back as well. The back here, it's going to be messy, but there is so much room in here. Like, I can just stand almost all the way. I might have to crouch down a bit with my neck, but you can pretty much stand pretty good in here. Got to get a new window there, new window there. This window is fine. Is this window fine? That window's fine, yeah. You can see the holes on the top there. So, she's got her fair share of work she needs, but I'm not abandoning it. She's gonna get restored. So, next thing we gotta do is throw some Possible Motors decals on there, and then we'll be real good. When I get my merch going, I'll do that for you guys. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to show you guys a quick video what to expect in future videos after the Husqvarna and the Craftsman. Just so it's not too big of a surprise. Good old War Wagon. Gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Hit up some small trails around here and have a blast. With all that said and done, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this clarified some of the stuff you guys had questions with on the comments regarding the Husqvarna and that particular Craftsman. I just figured, while I was making this video, why not introduce Charlotte or the War Wagon? Also, let me know what you guys think we should call it. Should we call it the War Wagon or should we call it Charlotte? I don't know. Let me know. I'm kind of stuck on both. I like both names. But that's pretty much it. The old Burb and the 2 mowers. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video and channel with your friends and family, and check out the Patreon and Instagram links in below. And if some of you guys want some of the links to LMC trucks, if you haven't heard of them, I'm not sponsored, but I can leave you a link below and lead you guys to them if you've been looking for a company to use for your trucks. So without further ado, hope you guys stay safe, and catch you guys next time.